you gotta start fall seeds if you're gonna have a fall garden.
So I got everything in this box. Just I had to make me a frame. You don't have to do this big a deal. I'm gonna make a second one here, but it's just these panels, and it was pretty cheap to make. Made it for my son, and Josh. He made the Big Wiggly Worm Company, 2012. He left it behind, and I have it. So you can see down there, I've got the bottom exposed now. You can start to see down through the bottom down there. So getting the last of the first. This was the first part that I put out, and some of it's come on top, but the bottom is what I'm getting for today. This is kind of how it starts. Just food scraps, hay stuff, throw it on top. There's some shiitake mushrooms that got in there by accident. Thought they were all done and they weren't. So anyway, you can see I'm digging out of the back there, and this is all the new stuff. This shows what kind of activity is underneath. Let's pull this back a little bit, see if we can see the worms in action. You can see some right there, just right underneath. There's probably tons. Yeah, get down in there. You can see there's a lot of little. There's lots and lots and lots around, just alive with the things. There. So, we got somebody up here. Hey girl, show about your babies. And she's doing a great job. Got 9 little goldens. Oh, one's over there napping by itself. Good girl. Farm living, can't beat it.
Would you look at that view? Beautifulness. Mom, what you got going on here?
We're trying to put up a swing if we can find a tree.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pretty sure there's a bunch of trees up there.
There's a lot of trees up there kind of far.
For all the grandkids, right?
Yep.
How many you got now?
Well, any day now will be the 12th.
Woo! Yeah,
We're
that's
very
awesome.
Excited.
I'm liking it. And here is number 11. Little Nava. How you doing, little girl? Nice. Hey, can you look this way at us? Hey.
You wanna look at him?
Hello. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She's like, what in the world?
That's awesome.
What in the world?
She's the best. We've been enjoying watching her get taller and wider and smile a little bit. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
She's just now starting to see our faces and like kind of smile a little bit. But fun stuff. So Bree, how you doing?
Doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Still in the process of moving, settling in, but it's going slowly.
Yeah,
But
lots
it's
to do,
getting done.
lots of folding clothes and everything.
Yep.
But she's knocking it out. And then here's the hairy Benj over here. And today, guys, we are going to be putting in seeds. I've got my seed basket or bucket here, as my dad would say. Anything that carries something as a bucket. So it's a seed bucket. And everything's kind of in transition, so you know, don't have anything all situated exactly, but you got to start fall seeds if you're gonna have a fall garden. So that's what we're gonna do, and we just enjoy fresh food way too much. So I got me and my dad have some certain mix that we're gonna use up, and that is what we're gonna show you today, is how to use worm castings to start your fall seeds. Let's do it, guys. I'm gonna see you guys later. See ya. Bye, Nava. Bye, bye, bye. Looks like Dad has gotten this stuff ready. Put all the seeds right here. There we go. Alright, Dad, you ready for fall time here? It's coming.
I am ready. I guess I'm ready. I'm still enjoying myself here in the summer.
I know. Yep. Especially those sheep we've been watching. See those chairs right there? We've been watching the sheep just eat up this whole hillside, clear it off. That's been fun. Oh, there they are right there. Hey guys.
You can see a little bit through there, yeah.
A little bit right there.
They're clearing it. That is the most pleasant animal I've had so far.
Think so?
For me it is, yep. I mean, they may do something crazy and spoil their reputation, but for so far, I really like them.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna go get my flats and I'll be right back. Barefoot times. Woohoo! Yeah. So yeah, we've been in transition, moving everything. Got all my landscape stuff. I'm trying to get it organized. And I've got in here my tools, but they're all disorganized right now. I gotta put them up on here. That's a water tank that we use to hold spring water. So that's pretty cool. But this right here is what I've been looking for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got some peat pots here. It's gonna be awesome. When it comes to starting fall seeds, I really like to do it like in the early to mid-August. You can do it as late as mid-September, but really the earlier the better. But you don't want to start it direct seeded usually. We have been having unseasonably nice weather. Like, it feels super good right now. We've been having a lot of rain, but normally it's pretty dry right now, so it's good to start your seeds indoors or in your greenhouse where you can really manage the moisture content and take care of your seeds. But so what we're doing now is we're getting them started in these little starter packs so that we can put them back out once the weather's not so extremely hot. Just put this right here. We don't have a greenhouse yet, so we're going to be using this little spot right here, most likely, so that we can get things started and have plenty of sunshine. That's one thing, is don't let your plants get leggy, because that's whenever they will kill off. That's what Dad was talking about. His usually happens with his is, you know, they start off nice, but then all of a sudden they start getting a little too long and they fall over. So we're gonna amend that by moving them out into the light gradually, called hardening them off.
Carrots. I don't know if carrots are a fall thing.
Yeah, let's do those.
These are yours. Spinach.
Yep. Lettuce.
Buttercrunch. Lettuce,
Yeah,
and
that'll work.
radish.
And radish. Yeah. Those are good. Wish we had some beets. We need to get some beet seeds.
I will get some beets and more spinach probably.
Yeah. We may be able to direct seed beets, but then do a little bit of this as well. See what works best.
So we all kind of got Russian kale, Siberian kale, Gestapo kale.
So what's your plan here? We got plenty of worm castings. I know that.
Yeah, I got worm kale. I got some sand, and then this is potting mix. I guess that's okay.
Yep.
That's all. I guess that'll do.
The main categories that you want is what I've seen is that you want to have organic matter, so that's usually peat moss or something that's going to hold the moisture, and then you want sand, because sand generally will heat up a little faster and it makes the mix warm enough for the seeds to germinate, especially if you have like a heating pad. The sand, pieces of sand will hold that heat. And then we're using worm castings, which, tell me, how old are these worm castings?
I don't know. I've probably been in there 3 years.
So they're pretty seasoned.
Maybe 4. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
It's been a while. I have a big container. It's about 5 by 4, and it's about 2 feet deep, and I just keep filling it up. And I'm finally to the bottom of it on one end, and so this has been in there the longest. This was the first stuff. It might have been 6 years.
Whoa.
Anyway, it's been there a while, but there are
Nice.
worms in it still. I hope that's not a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. We'll see what happens.
I just assume we'll just take them and put them in here, and then when we put the plants out, they'll just go with the plants into the soil. I don't know. I've got tons. I got plenty of worms, so
Yep,
I can spare a few.
Plenty of worms. Cool. Well, yeah, I think that the one thing I like about worm castings is that the way that they turn over compost, it's not just like normal compost. It's super duper balanced and also charged with bacteria, fungi, protozoa. The soil, it's like a live soil. So this stuff here, I mean, it's not just your average compost. This is like supercharged. So I don't think you want to. I wouldn't put only worm castings. That's why we're mixing it in with this stuff and with the sand.
Mm-hmm.
But because you don't want to just have full throttle this material, but this is like going to add all the nutrients, and that's more the water holding, and that's the heat providing.
Yeah, so I put this out about a month ago. This is a cardboard egg crate container for eggs. and I just tore it and threw it in. And this is what the worms have done to it. Was just laying in the top of this when I dug some of this up because it had slipped onto the top. But you can see these little dudes have been eating all around here. This was the part was in the soil. So they've been eating around the edges, and they're turning this into supper. They're turning it into my supper.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, it was organic eggs. I assume it was an organic egg crate.
Yeah.
Anyway, I threw it in there. Most of the stuff that's in here is either manure, straw. Oh, there's a worm right there.
Where is he?
It's either manure, straw. There's one. I mean, there's a bunch in there.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yep.
So it's either cow manure, straw, or weed clippings or stuff from the house and the garden. Just threw it all in there. It's all mixed up.
Cool.
And it's been there a long time, so it should be good. Down in there, we're going to see lots of worms. When we get down below the surface, they've been sitting in here since last night, and they're kind of sinking down to the dark places. I'm sure. And we'll get them.
All right, let's mix it in. We're kind of experimenting here, but yeah, let's do
Right
all
now
of
we
that.
got like
We probably only need half that sand.
3 parts, 1 part, and then whatever part of that you want to do. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. We're kind of figuring this out too, so yeah, we don't need too much. That's probably all the. Maybe a tiny bit more sand, but that's about all we need
for the whole thing.
Yeah, don't need much sand.
Told you to be down in there.
Oh yeah,
See
man,
all these in there.
that's a lot.
There's a bunch in this area over here too. They're in the bucket. Yeah, they
Crazy.
They went to the bottom last night.
Here they are, having a heyday, enjoying it. Yeah, it's good. Let's do the same amount of that as we did the worm castings, because that's really the filler. And it's got perlite in it too, which just basically makes it the soil loose, and it see those little white dots? That's perlite. And it keeps the soil loose.
I thought that white stuff was styrofoam that they chipped up in there.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of styrofoam. I thought, I don't know why that's in my soil. Alright, so there it
There
is,
we
the
go.
same
That's
amount.
looking good. Yep. Same
Let me
amount.
stir it, I'll put the rest of it on.
I'm gonna make my dad do the work.
Yeah, I
I
was
guess.
gonna say, here I am, the old guy, and
Yeah.
the young guy is...
Somebody's got to hold the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, you always put the best looking one on the camera. The film,
That's what it is.
You'll get comments on that, I promise.
Oh yeah. Dad, have you ever grown your hair out long like this?
No.
I don't think you ever will.
Mine goes thick.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'd have a fro or something.
Yeah.
Really thick.
Big afro. Nice. Let me break that piece of stuff up. That's just a clump of goodness there. That's what you call a bunch of goodness. Amazing goodness. Yeah. Sometimes if you need to, you can use a screen to screen anything out that's too big. Really, little seed starts, they're not super picky, but they do need enough nutrients to really get that good start that they need. Because most of these in the fall that I start, I generally try to keep them in the seed flats no more than 5 weeks, if not just 3 or 4. So really we're going to be planting these out in a month or a little less. So we're talking like middle of, what is it right now, is August 18th, right?
Yeah.
We're talking basically middle of next month, September, or maybe a little bit later, depending on the weather. You kind of want to make sure it's not too dry. But it's looking good, Dad. You want it to be nice and light and fluffy at the end of it, but also have to where it'll hold its own structure. So if I squeeze it, you want it to hold. See how that holds its own shape? If I squeeze it, it's gonna hold its own shape.
If it doesn't,
So that's good.
You put in paper, water or something.
If it doesn't, then it needs more like the worm casting type material. Because if it's all just light and fluffy, that means it's not going to hold together. Like if I did that to just this, See, like that. I squeeze and it just falls apart.
Yeah.
I like it to hold a little structure.
So how are we doing? We
We're
need
doing good. I think we just need to keep on breaking up the little pieces a little bit more. That's what people get all stuck in, all the particulars, I feel like. And really, we need to feel free to experiment a little bit on our farms, on our homesteads, on our edible landscapes, whatever you got, or your patio. Experiment a little bit and see what works for you with the materials that you have available. Because grocery stores go down, co-ops go down, you got to be able to make your own stuff. Alright, there we go.
I think this is really
A little more mixage and we're good.
Yeah, so Benjamin wanted to act like
Yeah, I want
he
to
did
pretend I'm
some
doing
work. I had the
Yeah.
perfect mix, and now he's
I'm just adding a little more sandage.
all right.
Made it look like I'm doing some work here.
Taught the boy everything he knows.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, we're gonna just mix this out in the grass and then finish it off like that.
Good.
One thing you can do is, let's say you have a seed starting mix that maybe you're not sure if there's enough nutrients in it. You can water your little plants with compost teas. And that makes it to where you got enough. But you really don't want a seed starting mix that's a whole bunch of nutrients, because then you get a plant that just shoots up. Whereas really what you want for a for a little start is you want it to have more of a strong base and not be super tall, but be more of a firm, good start, to where when you put it out, it has that structure to where it doesn't fall over once you actually plant it. So I'm going to take this off of here. Want to help me put this down, Dad?
All this is used from before, so I don't know if these are good for just sowing lots of stuff and then picking out the best ones or what.
Well, with this, you gotta have holes in it, so we'll have to poke a few holes again.
I can get a fork and do
But,
that. I fixed that because it had too big of a hole.
just a grate
It
underneath.
was too big.
Yeah.
So I just put parchment paper in there.
Okay.
And that one doesn't have any holes, and I don't know if I want to poke hole. That's a top.
Normally this is the top, but you can still use it. Really, the main thing you gotta think about is there are multiple ways, but you can fill this in and sprinkle seeds, and then later on kind of pull them out and place them. That's one way to do it. It is more disturbance, but still usually gets the job done.
When we made those
Yeah.
button makers.
So we got these ready. I like to put them right beside each other. Sometimes we'll do this on like a slab or something, to where we're not gonna lose any of the soil, but since we have so much of it, we should be good. You can tell you don't have to be fancy. Right, Dad?
What are you talking about? Yeah, you don't have to be expensive.
Yeah.
This is just used, reused, like the third time stuff.
Just figure out what you need and do
And
it.
if you go out in a certain time of the year, you can go get those things, those starter kits right there. They're like $4 for $1 or something. You can buy them because they didn't
Yeah.
use them the year before.
Yeah.
You go in the spring, everybody wants them at the same time. They're a lot more expensive.
Yep. Alrighty. Pull it in. As they say around here, sprinkle. I don't know if they say that, but
Yeah.
sounds good.
You're gonna run out of stuff.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be about.
Mix some more. I thought I had way too much.
It's eating it up. This wheelbarrow has seen some days, hasn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna have the greenest yard right here
Mm-hmm.
after this.
Seed starts. Amazing how much it fills once you pull it out.
Compressing. So you said that you like to compress it?
Yeah, I like to actually press down a little bit.
That's not bad for it somehow? Too
No.
tight? Or?
Nope, because not unless you're like, just I like to press a little bit, because whenever you water it, it's gonna it's gonna filter down in there anyways.
Makes sense.
More. And the roots will loosen it up. But the nice thing about the worm casting is that's actually as you're doing that, as you're mixing it together, that's inoculating the rest of it with beneficial microbial life. So when your seeds grow, it's like they've got a dose of the beneficial bacteria and fungi that you want. You know, it's like they're not in some kind of sterile mix. It's just like having our bodies be able to, you know, get sick or have our immune system fight off different diseases. Same thing as this. If you have in a sterile environment and then all of a sudden you're in the big real world out there, then you're gonna get sick. But if you give the little seedlings a chance to fight off and have the worm castings be like an inoculant for different diseases, and also the beneficial bacteria and fungi, protozoa, that sort of thing, the soil life, then it gives the plant an immune system. I'm going to show you. This is what I do for, I mean, this is a little seed starting little poker. Pretty quick. Now we're ready to get rolling. Just do that for every little spot. We're gonna go get our seeds, poke them in there, cover them up. Almost all your seeds will germinate just right below the surface. Main thing for actually putting them in the ground or in the little soil is so that they don't just, you know, when we water it, they don't go everywhere else. We want to put them in there about a 1/4 of an inch and then cover them up and press down just a tiny bit, and then we'll water it lightly later on. Put this one in here. And there we go, folks. Got them all started here. Got the red Russian kale, spinach, and mustard greens, collards, and what else we got? Some different types of cabbage. It's going good. Got the whole Magilla going down. Awesome. And we're just putting it here where that right there is south. So the sun will come up in the morning and it'll start getting some sun through here. Probably about 5-6 hours, and then it'll get shaded. I don't want it to be full sun right now because it'll dry out. So we have a problem here. It's only got that part there and it's gonna just make the seeds go everywhere. So I have an idea, I told Dad. So here you go. Here's my idea. You can get these mimosa branches and just layer them on top of here so that whenever that water hits it, it won't move the soil around.
Diffuses a little bit. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's see how it goes here, Tarzan.
Yep.
They have mimosas instead of spinach, but all right.
There's no seeds on these. It's about the best we can do.
I'm getting,
It's slowing it down.
I'm getting watered down here too.
But for now, that's a pretty cool little solution. And there you have it, everybody. Got some worm casting started seedlings for the fall. Dad is looking good, getting it all watered. Awesome possum. It was fun to do with Dad too, and we were just talking about how the weather is just amazing today. Probably what, 70 something? I think it's like high 70s. But the wind,
it's nice.
It was so good. But yeah, these guys are gonna be happy.
I can't wait to eat this fall.
I know it.
Yep.
Alright, Dad, it was fun. See ya.
Good
Next time on the Garden Guy channel.
Bye.
See ya. Yeah,
Here come the sheep.
alright, call them in. Oh,
Come on, here they are. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep, come on. We'll feed them some of those. Here. Come on. Come on down here and show everybody who you are. Come on. There you are, come on.
Hey.
Come on, sheep. There they come. Wow, they're tearing it up.
Man, they were liking it.
They love the mimosa.
Mm-hmm.
Like bean soup or something.
That's cool. How many you got, Dad?
7.
Of what kind?
Called katahdin.
Yeah.
They have hair instead of wool.
Mm-hmm.
And they eat grass as well as they browse. I mean, they eat the bushes and things.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you see in here, they've been eating.
They already ate it all.
They've been eating honeysuckle. This is honeysuckle. They've been eating the bait. I put them in here day before yesterday. You couldn't see that far.
No.
So they cleared it off down in here. They eat. Oh, here's something else that they enjoy. Is poison ivy. That's it right over there.
Oh yeah, poison ivy.
That's
right
poison
there.
ivy in here, but they've eaten it all inside there. That's poison ivy.
That's awesome.
So they're eating all that. They eat
guys.
pine needles and
How's everybody doing?
cedar needles. Just about everything. They don't eat yellowbeard.
You said that
That's good stuff. They don't eat.
they haven't even been drinking water.
And I haven't given them water in
Isn't that crazy?
3.5 weeks, I guess. When I put it out, they won't drink it. They're getting all the water they need out of the plants.
Amazing.
It's great. I mean, I'm sure if it was a dry summer, they would need water. I put it out for them, but after a while,
Yeah.
I moved it one day and I didn't put any water out, and they did fine. And then
Crazy.
I forgot the next day, and then I realized they don't need it.
Yeah.
So they're getting it out of the plants, and they're doing really well. In fact, they have a little bit too much water. They're getting a little bit of a diarrhea thing because they get so much fresh
Yeah.
green moisture. So I'm having to treat them with apple cider vinegar. I've been trying that to help settle their stomachs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I use
Cool.
apple cider vinegar for my stomach is good too.
Yeah. And if any of you guys know any sheep tips on diarrhea, let us know.
Yeah, and natural dewormers.
Natural
I
dewormers.
understand these are resistant breed, but I know they still can get them. In fact, I've got one I'm pretty sure has them. So we're gonna have to give her store-bought medicine if I can't find something else.
Mm-hmm.
I did try garlic. Supposedly garlic's good, but getting them to eat is tough.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you got sheep right there, and then right over here, seeds for the fall. Yeah.